Did you know the deeper that you dive, the more gas dissolves into your body? This isn't just a cool science fact. It's the reason divers have to ascend slowly and do their safety stops. It's all thanks to Henry's Law. Hey there, I'm Marissa, and today I'm going to break down what it means, how it works underwater, and why ignoring it can lead to decompression sickness or the bends. William Henry, an English chemist and physician, formulated Henry's Law in 1803. What is Henry's Law? It states that the amount of gas that will dissolve in a liquid depends on the pressure of that gas above the liquid. So the higher the pressure, the more gas will dissolve. A good analogy to use in Henry's Law for diving is to think of a can of soda or pop, whichever one you say, soda or pop. When it's sealed, the carbon dioxide gas is dissolved in the liquid under pressure, just like nitrogen dissolves in your blood and your body tissues when you're down at depth. Now, what happens when you open the can? The pressure is suddenly released and drops quickly, and starts coming out of the liquid as bubbles. That's Henry's Law in action. The amount of that gas that's dissolved in the liquid is proportional to the pressure of that gas. So at depth, the pressure is higher, so more nitrogen gets dissolved into your body. What does this mean to divers, and why should we care? Well, as you ascend, the pressure drops. And if you come up too fast, nitrogen can come out of solution too quickly, and this is going to form bubbles in your bloodstream. This is how decompression sickness happens, and it's also why it's very important to ascend slowly and do your safety stops. We want that gas to come out gently and not all at once. These bubbles can cause joint pain, paralysis, permanent injury, and even worse, death, depending on the severity of it. Henry's Law explains exactly why slow ascents and safety stops are critical. This will give your body enough time to off-gas that nitrogen that was built up from being down at depth. So how do we manage this? To manage Henry's Law underwater, divers plan their time and their depth very carefully. Dive tables and dive computers, which is what normally people use today, help track how much nitrogen is being absorbed. Safety stops, usually about 15 to 20 feet for 3 to 5 minutes, and this is going to help release the gas slowly from your body. Also, while you're down at depth, monitoring your NDL or your no decompression limit is very important. And your dive computer will display this information when you're diving. Your NDL is the time that you have in minutes at your current depth before you have to make a mandatory decompression stop. You don't want this time to get to zero. You never want to surpass your NDL time. If you surpass your NDL time, it means that your body absorbed way too much nitrogen that even making a slow ascent and doing your safety stop isn't going to give your body enough time to off-gas that nitrogen. So at this point, your dive computer is going to tell you to do a mandatory decompression stop. It's going to tell you to go to a certain depth and how many minutes to stay there for. If you surpass your NDL time, you're putting yourself extremely high at risk for the bends. The deeper you dive, the less time you'll have before you have to begin your ascent. This is because the deeper a diver is, the faster the nitrogen builds up in their system. And also, the shallower you are in your dive, the more time you're going to have with your NDL because there's going to be less nitrogen being absorbed. So, next time you're on a dive, remember, Henry's Law is always at work. More pressure means more dissolved gas. Less pressure means that your body is going to off-gas that nitrogen. That's why a slow, controlled ascent and safety stops aren't optional, and they're your best defense against the bends. Also, always remember to monitor your air consumption and your NDL. Respect the physics, dive safe, and enjoy the underwater world. If you found this helpful at all, hit like and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss an episode, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye!